Hey, what's up guys? This is Foryam again, back with a new Minecraft Dungeons video. In today's guide, I want to show you my build, which I'm currently using on the highest Apocalypse Plus difficulty, and of course also on the Ancient Hunts on this level. So many people asked for this. They really wanted to know which artifacts I use, which armor I use, and of course also the fighter's bindings with which enchantments exactly, because of course this will allow me to snowball through those high difficulty levels, and you guys can do that too. It's actually a very simple build. You don't need any of those gilded items yet. It works just like a charm. It's very easy to delete very tough mobs, including bosses. So guys, let's get right to it. Alright, so guys, here we are right in front of the Ancient Hunts portal. My new favorite place to be after the Flames of the Nether DLC update. But really, this is a pretty tough place sometimes with some pretty crazy enchanted mobs. And of course also to be able to take down bosses on the highest Apocalypse Plus difficulty, you need to get your hands on some proper gear. So that is exactly what I'm going to show you guys right now. So first off, of course, we need to get our hands on some weapons and armor. Let's check out the melee tab first. So I have these fighter's bindings. As ranged, I have this range bow. And guys, seriously, look at all these pieces of armor, which I got my hands on earlier today with my insane obsidian chest farm run, which you can check out in the top right of the screen. Seriously, in some levels, you will be able to find 4 or even more obsidian chests in one single run. I definitely recommend you guys to do this. Anyways, as armor, we're gonna take this one right here, the Wither armor. Then, of course, also some artifacts. And like I already said, with my farm, I got my hands on many of those. We're gonna take the Torment Quiver, also a Deathcap Mushroom, and last but not least, also a Gong of Weakening. So right now, we are on an average power level of 250, perfect for the highest difficulties. So right now, you want some explanation, of course, of all these items. So yeah, let's start off with the Gong of Weakening, because it's already right here. Weakens enemies around you, decreasing their damage taken and defensive capabilities. So that means you won't only deal more damage against your enemies, but at the same time, they will deal less damage to you. And this is very important, very key for survival in the higher difficulties. And because of its low cooldown, I think this one is very useful to burst down very tough mobs like enchanted mobs or even bosses. Next up, we have the Deathcap Mushroom. And this is by far the best artifact which you can find in the game, used in every single build, guys. Seriously, it is so powerful, you don't want to ignore this one, because it gives you a great attack speed increase as well as some movement speed. And yes, it has a high cooldown, but with a pretty nice enchantment on your piece of armor, you will be able to have this active 24/7. I think it doubles your attack speed, so that is pretty awesome. And of course, because you will have a weapon that will also allow you to heal every single time you hit enemies, well, this is of course also counting towards your survivability. Then last but not least, also the Torment Quiver. And guys, seriously, the damage of this bad boy is out of this world. Gives slow arrows that knock back mobs and passes through walls. But seriously, the damage which is advertised right here in combination with the Dynamo, seriously, it is broken. We're going more in depth on the Torment Quiver with some gameplay, which I'm going to show you guys in just a couple minutes. But let's first check out the weapons and armor. So I'm using a soul bow to use my Torment Quiver. And the reason why I'm using this one is just because it has extra soul gathering. You really can use anything with Dynamo and Anima Conduit. I think the gravity is a pretty nice addition, because it just simply sucks all the mobs together and they will be easier to take down with your Torment arrows. Of course, the Dynamo, because it complements very well in combination with the Torment Quiver. And then last but not least, also the Anima Conduit, first of all, because it also contributes towards gathering even more souls, but also because every single soul you gather will heal you for 6% of your maximum HP, which is very powerful, very nice for your survivability. Next up, we're moving on to the Wither armor. And guys, this one also has a 35% damage reduction, which of course is very awesome for higher Apocalypse difficulties, plus 50% soul gathering. So of course we will gather even more souls, heal ourselves more with the Anima Conduit, be able to use the Torment Quiver more frequently, and then also a 6% lifesteal aura, which is in my opinion very strong. Once again, complementing towards that survivability on the high Apocalypse difficulties. Next up, the enchantments. First off, the Chilling emits a blast every 2 seconds that reduces the movement and attack speed of nearby enemies for 1 second. Minus 60% is very awesome for high Apocalypse play, because these guys already have a pretty crazy movement speed and attack speed, and this one pretty much counters all that stuff. Next up, also a Snowball enchantment. This one just stuns all the enemies that are getting very close to you. If they're solo or with 2, you can pretty much stun lock the 2 of them, but if there is a big pack of mobs, well, This won't be very effective, but really it takes very good care of creepers. Then, last but not least, also the final shout. When your health drops below 25% HP, all your artifacts are used, ignoring the cooldown period. So this is very awesome when you do happen to drop below 25% of HP, which doesn't happen very often. Well, all your artifacts will be used. So it will trigger the Gong of Weakening, will allow you to quickly burst down those enemies which are about to take you down. Next up, the Death Cap Mushroom, so you will have extra attack speed. In combination with the Gong, well, you will just melt enemies in front of you. And then, last but not least, you will automatically equip your Torment Quiver, which you won't be able to use right off the bat at the start of a mission. So you can actually pretty much cheese the final shout, guys, really. If you drop below 25% on purpose, well, you can trigger all these things, which is really awesome. So that is why we don't have to rely on any cooldown reduction. Nevertheless, though, on my bow right here, on my soul bow, I actually have a pretty lucky enchantment right there. Charged shots reduce cooldown. So every time when I use a charged shot with my bow, I will also reduce the cooldown of my artifacts. This one is not really necessary, but is just an extra addition to it. And then, last but not least, also the Fighter's Bindings, Critical Hit, Swirling, and Radiance. Some of you guys really like to play with Committed, but I think Critical Hit works very well. I love these red numbers, guys. Sometimes I am very lucky. I just constantly get my hands on critical hits, and that is why I just really love this one. You can also go with Committed, but really it is quite useless if you can already take down mobs with only 1 or 2 hits with another weapon. Shockwave would also work pretty well, but I'm not a huge fan of it. Actually, instead of Shockwave, we're using a Torment Quiver, which pretty much destroys big packs of mobs from afar. Then also the Swirling, hitting an enemy with a lost attack in a combo performs a swirling attack, damaging nearby enemies. I think it's a very nice AoE for close quarter combat. And then, of course, because of our high attack speed in combination with the Death Cap Mushroom, the Radiance will allow us to heal ourselves 24/7. So let's go for an ancient hunt, guys. So I'll be able to show you guys how powerful this one actually is. Wow, there is so much to choose from, but really, guys, I think I'm feeling lucky today. Let's just go with something random. So I'm just gonna do some random offerings right here, and we will see what we end up with. Actually, let's just go with a common one, and then also sacrifice a piece of armor. Okay, this doesn't have any results. Here we go, though, a Grim Guardian on the highest Apocalypse Plus difficulty, guys. Let's go. Alright, find the exit. We're currently on the lower temple. The first thing you want to do, guys, really is trigger your Death Cap Mushroom. I mean, you can also save this one, but I think it really adds up a lot of damage, so then you will be able to take down those mobs a lot easier. And right now we are gathering souls like crazy, so we will be able to heal ourselves with this very quickly as well. So if we just take some damage right here, damage these enemies, well, the Fighter's Bindings already did the job, but yeah, you get the point. It is so tanky. You will be able to get your hands on a Torment Quiver right off the bat after just a couple mobs. Then you're just gonna charge your arrow, and look at that. We can just insta-kill every single boss right now. Every single mob, really. So it is a very powerful one. What's also pretty cool about this is that if you actually heal up a little bit with your Fighter's Bindings, you will also trigger some souls in the background, and this one will chase you down and heal you to full HP. Right now we have quite some mobs around us, and really all you have to do is just one roll and then shoot your bow. If you only have 1 or 2 enemies around you, you will also constantly stun them, which is really great. But yes, as you can see, our soul gathering goes so fast that we can actually just constantly use our torpedoes, our Torment Quiver. So you can take down mobs without a problem every single time. So really, you can trigger this artifact 24/7, but let's check out this place, guys. Alright, so looks like we found our very first location, and this is going to be the Grim Guardian, and right now, really, all you have to do is one more roll. Right now, we have 2 stacks of Dynamo, and this will allow us to one-hit kill the Guardian already. So we're just going to shoot it, and look at that. It is that simple. Just going to do one more roll once again. This is so cheesy. We're just going to do one more roll, and we just wipe them all out. Very simple. But if you actually get your hands on something instead of the gravity, the growing, for example, your torpedo will grow very big and it will take down all the mobs in its path. I think it is great fun. So we've got quite some tough guys right here. Let's just activate our Torment Quiver and bam. Every single one of them dies. It's that simple. So now you guys are probably thinking, well, 4am, that's nice and all with the Torment Quiver, but how about your survivability and damage without it? Well, I already showed you guys a little bit of it, but as you can see right here, I can just step right in the center of it and use my Gong of Weakening, and I'll be able to take down those mobs very quickly. So with the Fighter's Bindings, as you can see, I can just heal myself to full HP 24/7. But I think this is just not as efficient. If you can already shoot with the Torment Quiver 24/7, why just not do that as well? So every time you're just gonna do one roll so you can proc the Dynamo, and then, yeah, if you shoot once, guys, wait a second, we didn't activate our Torment Quiver. If we shoot once, we deal 20 million damage, guys. 20 million, that's a lot, really. Next room, right here, we're gonna just do one roll to prepare ourselves. I think one roll will be enough to take down those ancient mobs. So we're gonna press the button, and here he goes. Bam, poor guy. Oh, we just triggered our artifacts automatically by dropping below 25% HP. As you can see, we are getting in some trouble right here, but at the same time, we can heal up so quickly, guys. Look at that. Really, it is so much fun to use the Anima Conduit and the Fighter's Bindings Radiance at the same time. And, well, we found another room right here. I guess we were a little bit lucky, but this is always good, man. Like 5 of these rooms at the same time. I think that is the best outcome. And, oh, we just found a Grim Armor, guys. Wow, look at that. A tier 3 potion use boost defense. Not that bad, but if we look at the enchantments right here, it's pretty garbage. So, yeah, the hunt is real, guys. The farm is real. So, let's move on. So with these guys, if you stand in the flames, of course, that's gonna deal a lot of damage. So just roll back, shoot your torpedo, and you're good to go. Sometimes I even skip many of these mobs just with the Shadow Brew, because why always take down every single one of them when you can just sneak past them? No, but really, guys, I think this build is pretty self-explanatory. As you can see, it will deal a lot of damage with both the Fighter's Bindings melee attacks, with a Gong of Weakening and a Deathcap Mushroom. At the same time, you will be able to heal yourself 24/7 with its Radiance, and then, of course, with the Anima Conduit, which is on my bow, so that it's an extra passive heal. And because we have a lot of Soul Gathering, well, you get the point. You can just spam the Torment Quiver, you get your hands on all those heals in the background, which is great stuff for the highest Apocalypse Plus difficulty. Anyways, I'm currently working on some very unique, very interesting builds with the lightning damage, the fire damage, of course also the poison damage, but those are going to be for another day. If you have some mixed feelings about this build, if you want to share your opinion, just leave it in the comments down below. I'd love to hear about them. Maybe we can even improve this build to make it even better. I think right now it is quite low budget, so pretty accessible to every single one of you guys. But hey, I'm always down to clown for some improvements. So yeah, just let me know, guys. Anyways, a big thanks for watching. Definitely make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed watching this one. I'll see you guys very soon. Of course, also make sure to subscribe if you want to check out more Minecraft dungeons. A lot more content is coming your way. Right now it is 4 AM out, so guys, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.